Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who should be Raila Odinga's successor in the presidential contest. I'm using successor because he needs the blessings of Mzee, was in central Kenya alone for the first time. And they had an encounter with Rigathi Gachagua. I made some observations and I listened to Kalonzo's speech that I'm going to share with you in this podcast. And then we shall also interrogate some other observations I make there. Before that, let me start with those observations. Number one, the attendance of Azimio there. And if you look at this photo, Kalonzo Musyoka was there with Jeremiah Kioni, with this former Mungiki guy, the ex-Mungiki, woman I call linked to Munguki, yes, I've just missed the name, I'll get the name. He was there with Mwangi Wairia, Susan Karogo, the former Nyeri DG, who also I think read the message from Kenyatta family. And then there was Eugene Wamalwa, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Maina Njenga. I was thinking about Maina Njenga. So you look at that, the people that hosted Kalonzo there is not Rigathi. Kalonzo's hosts were those Azimio fellows. And that's one observation. And of course, I'm making that because two people were conspicuously missing. That is Jeremiah Kioni and Martha Karua. And why am I giving attention to the absence? Because they are the two champions of a camp known as Kamwene camp. I would tend to believe that the Kamwene camp will be represented in certain event because it's central Kenya and they will get an opportunity probably to speak there or something. And they will push the Kamwene thing. Intentionally, maybe they decided to skip, or maybe they were not part of it. Two, sitting arrangement. If you look at this, the Kalonzo's stature was actually elevated. If you look at Kitelikuwa Meka, it was next to you, Rigathi, and huku, the others were sitting the other seats. So, also given the stature. And then, Kalonzo Musyoka is the person that read Raila Odinga's condolence message. Of course, that means that maybe it was sent, probably by Raila. You know, Raila do attend those events, especially the ones in Mount Kenya. But looking at the previous events he has attended, there is something I want you to see, that Raila Odinga also skipped the event. But I will look at that. One, I want to listen to this part of Kalonzo Musyoka's speech. I've just taken this excerpt. I want you to listen to that part.
Lakini wakati mwingine ulienda Ukambani, ukawaambia watu wenu huko, ni watu wenu, mambo yako. Na ukasema mmegawa nchi, Mheshimiwa Ruto atakuwa upande wa Luo Nyanza, na wewe utakuwa Ukambani, unakaribishwa sana. Huko ni nyumbani. Na mimi niruhusu niingie Nyeri, kazone nyumbani. Tuongee kikamilifu mambo haya. Or now to unite this nation. We have only this one nation. It pains me. Kumbuka Mheshimiwa, I think it is our sister. When I went to attend the dinner in commemoration of visiting heads of state to discuss climate change issues in Kenya, I went for dinner because I received an official invitation. Na ndugu ni mtu wa kuongea ukweli. Lakini uliambia watu wetu Kalonzo alikuwa nakunywa dhubu, inawekwa hapa. Anajienjoy, anaweka kitambaa hapa. Sasa that was dinner for African heads of state. And that issue was beyond Kenya. Maybe ukasema naenda usiku. Sijui kama you expected me to go for dinner at lunch. Light talk, lakini ikiwa ni mambo ambayo na ramifications. Sasa hivi, believe you me, as I speak to you, kuna Wakenya wengi ambao they like what I'm saying, na kuna wengine kama nyinyi hapa viongozi, and I want to talk to the younger ones. Please do not be sycophantic. The world is watching. The world is watching. Watching Kenya.
Now, two messages. One is telling Rigathi that also allow me to be here in Central Kenya and campaign in Central Kenya. I don't know why Kalonzo is asking Rigathi to allow him. He should be campaigning there. He should be campaigning there. And so he was also taking credit that I also want to come and campaign. I like the fact that he went there alone. I've always believed that if I was a political advisor to Kalonzo Musyoka and he wants to be president in 2027, if there is a place he should sleep, wake up in the morning, jog, do everything, Kalonzo should be camping in Mount Kenya. Kalonzo should be camping in Mount Kenya. That's the only place he can now. Raila Odinga's strongholds, I don't think is a big concern. So long as he's endorsed, he will never pick it up. But we should spend more time in Mount Kenya and alone. Now, back to Raila skipping the event. Raila might have skipped the event because due to personal reasons. I've realized he's not been in public, maybe he's not even in the country. But Ruto did not attend. So did you expect Raila Odinga to attend that event and stand there arguing with Rigathi Gachagua? You know, so that's one. Maybe he skipped the event because of Raila's absence. That's the other thing. Number two, disarmed Rigathi from Raila decided to skip because the last time he attended there, Rigathi got some fodder to talk about. You know, there's always been that encounter, and they normally thrive on Raila and Uhuru trivials. So there is a strategy of making sure that they change tact and Kalonzo goes alone. For three reasons that I want to tell you very fast so that we finish this podcast. One, want to tone down anti-Raila venom that is being planted. The Kenya Kwanza team have perfected the art of using Raila Odinga's name to make themselves politically relevant, especially when Raila Odinga is in that place. So Raila is also saying, you know, I don't want to bother. I want to tone down so that I see what you guys shall gonna talk about. That's the one reason. That could be the one reason why Raila Odinga decided to skip. Number two, it's a trap for Rigathi to boost Kalonzo profile. Remember, Kalonzo was there. And I think Rigathi is one man that is not so much schemy in his speeches. Kalonzo was there, and one of the things that came, and he was actually trolling Kalonzo for going to State House at night during after he was given an invitation for some dinner that was being hosted for some African heads of states that attended the climate summit. So remember, of all things, Kalonzo was there, and that's what he picked. So after picking that I think has created, yesterday that was the conversation, and wanted to, you know, troll Kalonzo Musyoka. Even I like Kalonzo Musyoka's rebuttal, saying that, you know what, you wanted me to attend dinner at lunchtime because it was dinner, so, and I was also invited. So they would be, I think Kalonzo will also want, Raila Odinga will also want Kalonzo to be the person to argue with Rigathi, or rather to have that encounter with Rigathi. That's politically good because it boosts the profile. Lastly, I think Azimio are just also trying to hide their cards. What will be it, if you see the team that escorted Kalonzo Musyoka, who do you think will be running mate? If Kalonzo is to, you know, pop up out of the car and start vying and start campaigning, who will be a probable running mate there? You want to think along those lines, and they decided very well that they wanted to keep it under the carpet. Now, there's something about Kalonzo Musyoka. After attending such an event, what will stop you from going to Nyeri town and make an impromptu rally? You know, William Ruto is campaigning, and I want to believe, I want to agree with political analysts that have been singing this, that Kalonzo Musyoka needs to come out of his comfort zone and go campaign. You get an opportunity to get to Mount Kenya, a place where you rarely visit alone. In fact, you rarely, I don't remember when last Kalonzo campaigned in Mount Kenya alone. It's very clear that he got some entrance. And now, the presence of Maina Njenga might have escorted Kalonzo, and it also shows that Maina Njenga is entry point for Azimio. The other time that Raila also attended some, I think, some burial function in Nyandarua, the person that escorted him there was Maina Njenga. Today or the other day, now he also escorted Kalonzo Musyoka. That's my take. Let's meet in the next. Thank you.